Hey guys, it's Joe Blue here.
And it's trusty sidekick. I can do better because I can, and let me show you why. Now, I got another video response by Joe Blue. It is doing the very thing he claims that I'm doing. If you read the name there, he adds a D to my gamer tag that's not meant to be there. It's LOCTAR from, stupid enough, World of Warcraft, Loktar, Ogar, victory or death. I just take the victory part. But he adds the D because he can insult people for some reason. But he complains about others attacking his character and not going for his arguments. Like, it's pure delusion what he's doing. In fact, this here, using that is direct standard, no, direct, indication of double standard fallacy. Because he complains that others are attacking him when he's doing it himself deliberately. Calling Faulty L3 for a circus clown. That's a character attack. Using a completely different name to make fun of Sipti. Character attack. He's doing it in his videos too. Can I get it where he writes? Here. He's insulting people everywhere. So I'm now gonna see what he's claiming.
Back again. I just want to quickly address Locktard and just sort of prove that he's...
And he's not even like hiding it. He's intentionally adding the D to use ad hominem attacks. So all by his own intro, 16 seconds, by the intro itself, he is literally invalidating his own integrity. So you cannot trust what he's saying because he's a dishonest person.
He's just a complete idiot. He's never going to stop
Again, ad hominem attack.
with these videos. And I don't know why you
No, Joe, I am gonna stop when you stop lying to everyone.
two won't ban him because it's...
Why should YouTube ban me? Your entire channel here. Your entire channel is defamation of character. Defamation of character is illegal. So every single time you come with these here, cheater videos, cheater videos, cheater videos, cheater videos, every single time you come with them, you're performing defamation of character. But you don't care. It's only important when it's towards you.
It's just harassment. He has no valid
You're harassing everyone else.
criticism. He only...
That's what you think. You're not actually pulling any evidence towards it.
And I don't know why YouTube won't ban him because it's just harassment. He has no valid criticism. He only...
I have no valid criticism of you. I started with that, Joe. I started with it saying this is incorrect, this is incorrect, this is proof that they are not cheating, this is proof that you are not focusing on the small details. That's how I started, Joe. Now I'm just making a channel for it.
He speaks lies. It's not even a parody because there's no truth that he's parodying. He's misrepresenting.
What? I'm not parodying because there's no truth of parodying. Okay, let's go on.
Presenting me, which is basically slander. And
Joe, you're slandering everyone. You're harassing everyone on the internet. Rashta, you made 5 videos about. Like, that is literally harassment.
I'm just going to address this. He basically wants to try and claim that this is a DDoS attack.
No, I don't want to try and claim it, but it's better than claiming this.
Took over my computer, man. Someone took over my computer, mate.
Someone took over my computer! You're claiming it. You're claiming it, Joe. But you have no evidence for it. You're not bringing evidence that it's possible to do that on a server-side level.
and not some new hack, and he's got no evidence for this whatsoever.
I got no evidence for it. Not other than the Hunt Showdown possible DDoS. These DDoS attacks have existed for a long while.
This is his evidence.
Okay. No, I said it's a possibility that it's a DDoS because DDoS can attack the server in far more ways than just the ping or the rubber banning.
Oh, are you serious, dude?
Oh wow, this is cool.
Look,
Is this intentional? There you go.
usually these types of attacks are intentional.
Dude, I can run. Dude, I'm fast as fuck,
He
dude.
is rubber banding because of the ping.
Oh,
The ping last got his
heck,
station there,
dude.
approximately. So he's rubber banding back to him. But you can see his ping is constantly up
I can't
there.
hit this guy.
Anyway, we don't need to see any more of this. Like, he's basically claiming that it's a DDoS attack. He has
No, I'm not claiming it. I'm saying it's a possibility, Joe. And it's a more likely possibility than someone took over my computer.
no evidence. This
Joe, you're not bringing evidence to someone took over your computer.
doesn't happen in my videos. Like, none of this
I'm not saying these things are happening in your computer. You're not watching the clip.
happens in my videos at all. So basically here at this point, I go to desktop, I'm going to desktop. The game's not lagging out, nothing's happening to the game. I'm
not saying anything about lagging, Joe. If you would listen to my video, I'm saying there can be multiple different types of DDoS attack for the server side, which can make the game run faulty, like pinging, high ping, like rubber banning. It can crash the game on everyone's computer except where you put in the ping.
going to
Global.
desktop.
Global ping.
I'm seeing the desktop screen. Because the privacy settings are set to on, you can't see the desktop. I can see.
Congratulations. If I go over to OBS, break. If what's that? Infinite screen capture. If I go over here and I pick, for example, it's not video capture, window capture. If I pick window capture and I create a new one and I go for Brave, for example, where it is, and I remove that one. If I close Brave, it's gonna remove. If I take a present and add it to the desktop, it's not gonna show regardless where I show it. If I add the display capture again, it's gonna add both the picture and the OBS. But it's not going to do it with the display capture. You can also do that with game capture, which I recommend you record games in. So it has nothing to do with privacy setting, Joe. That's a fallacy you're running. Pure and simple, it's a fallacy.
My desktop. Basically, all of the stuttering and jittering isn't rubber banding. It's not being
I'm not claiming they are.
caused by the internet of the game being
I'm not claiming they are.
affected in any way. That is just down to the fact that when I go to desktop, and because privacy settings aren't
It's not privacy setting.
enabled, it essentially stops the recording, and it stops and starts the recording.
Wait. You have some setting that stops the recording? The fuck? So you are having a setting that's intentionally bugging out your game? Why?
Recording. That's why bits of the audio are missing and bits of the gameplay footage go missing.
You can add a hunt setting where you actually have the audio even on the desktop, so that is irrelevant information. You could even add the game capture, so you're capturing the game even when it's running in the background on the desktop.
There's nothing happening with the internet in the game.
I'm not claiming there's anything happening to the internet. I'm claiming there can be a DDoS attack that prevents you from accessing the server, as an example.
And then at this point here, I go to desktop again, right? And I have to try and get back into desktop, get back to the game again. When it comes back, the game's running at like 1 frame per second. And
Running?
That's not because the game's lagging out in any way. It's because I upscale the game to 4K resolution.
So you upscale a game and shows that the capturing of the game is bugging out. Okay, so you're intentionally telling everyone that you are doing more than what your computer can actually handle in performance. That in itself could simply just be what's going on also. You're asking more for your from your computer than what it might be able to handle. That can literally just be it.
I'm on a 1440p monitor, and
Wait, hold on.
I upscale the game up to 4K.
You are on a 1440 monitor, and you're upscaling the game to 4K. So you demand to see something the monitor can never do. A 1440 monitor can only show 1440 resolution. If you record higher than 1440, the processing power required, not only that, is going to be immense from the computer because it needs to upscale the entire game because your game settings is not followed to 4K and downscaled inside the game. Like you wow. I knew you were retarded. But this here takes a whole new level. Holy crap.
Because it removes all of the jagged edges in Hunt Showdown, which
doesn't.
Hunt is really bad for. Like there's
No, it
really no
doesn't.
good anti-aliasing options.
That is correct. The anti-aliasing thing, I recommend that you put at round 8. Because otherwise it's going to be toxic on your computer's performance.
And the best way to get rid of the jagged edges is to
No.
upscale it to
No.
4K and
No.
downscale it back down to 1440p.
No, you don't upscale and downscale. You are asking double processing for something that's not going to do shit for you? Like, what the fuck, dude?
And because I'm in full screen windowed and I go to desktop, when it comes back, it messes up the resolution trying to go back to full
That's because you're doing something your computer is not meant to be doing.
screen, and when it happens during game, it basically causes all kinds of problems.
So it could literally just be the sticky key from Shift. You're saying in your video you use Shift and Alt, was it? No, Shift and F. It can be the sticky key.
Such as getting a 1 frames per second slideshow. That's just being caused by the jank of switching.
Then why are you whining about it? If you know that it's happening because of that fucking upscale, downscale situation, why are you whining about it in the game?
From 1440p to upscaled 4K, downsampled back down to 1440p. That's what's causing that in this instance.
You're using processing power to perform 2 actions that is not required because you are not going to do anything extra for the game.
Right, and I freeze again. And again, all the stuttering and the juttering is down to the fact that Shadowplay isn't recording the window when it's minimized properly. Like when this happened to me, or
Then you use OBS, Gamecaster, XSplit. There are multiple free software, free open source softwares that can record different games. Use those. Easy.
all this stuttering and juttering wasn't happening on my side. I just saw the desktop. I had to come back into the game, and then I get a momentary like jutter on the screen, a black screen.
Wait, what?
Down to the fact that Shadowplay isn't recording the window when it's minimized properly. Like when this happened to me, all this stuttering and juttering wasn't happening on my side.
When this was happening to me, all the stuttering and juttering was not happening on my side.
I saw the desktop. I had to come back into the game, and then I get a momentary like jutter on the screen.
And when I come back into the game, I get momentary jutter. So you're saying it's not happening on your side, but it's happening after all on your side. Like, how do you want people to trust you?
In a black screen like pause while the game is upscaling to 4K and downsampling back down to 1440p.
Again, that's retarded because you are asking it to output exactly what it is you start at.
Which is the reason why it takes so long for me to get back into the game, because the resolution's basically janking around and all the juttering is caused by Shadowplay not being able to record properly during that time period.
You're destroying your own computer because of this also. You're asking the hardware to perform something that it's not meant to be doing. So you're overloading the hardware by doing all this shit here.
Right, so he's got this comment here on me.
The games... No, I don't have this comment on you. I have this comment from you. You made this comment, Joe. It's that simple. Side. It has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of your computer.
He's basically saying it wouldn't affect my Discord call
It would not, Joe. It would not. DDoS attack on Hunt server has nothing to do with your computer.
because they're DDoSing the server. Now, they could DDoS the server, but what tactical benefit do they have?
Leaving out their own ping in the attack means that they will not be affected by it, so they have full access. A DDoS attack can also block out incoming and outgoing resources for the server. So that means people using the server, other than the pings that are whitelisted, will have problems with the game in one way or another.
By DDoSing the server they're also playing in. How can they push up to me and shoot me if they're DDoSing the entire server?
I actually explained that in the video itself too. But you skip it because you don't care about logic. You care about your own god complex.
Locktard me, you'd not...
No, Joe, that's an ad hominem. My name is Locktar J. Locktar J. Remove the D. You're using an ad hominem attack. The moment you do that, you are intentionally removing your own integrity.
thinking at all. You're not thinking.
I'm not thinking because I'm not agreeing with you by default, Joe. That's why you say that I'm not thinking.
Or you're being absolutely dishonest.
Says the one using fallacies over and over again. You even claimed that no honest person would use fallacies. You just multiple times insulted me, which an attack on my character. That is an ad hominem attack. An ad hominem fallacy. Let me show you. Here it is. Captain Blue. From screenshotting the picture that was 20 hours ago. Now it's longer. No honest person would engage in such fallacy. You, yourself, Joe, are saying that the moment a person engages in fallacies, he is not an honest person. What is it you're doing? By calling him a locktard? That's simply informing you about it. Here somewhere you also... Yeah. But I'm calling him locktard after he has shown to be a troll ignoring me. No, Joe, I'm not ignoring you. I'm ignoring your fallacy behavior. I'm not responding to your fallacies. Lying? No. Spamming my comment section. Simply is writing as many comments as I am. Make me smell bad is writing as many comments as I am. But you have a problem with it from my side because I'm using logic and reason and truth and reality to argue against what it is you're saying. When I was going in depth into your comments, I took every single thing you said, quoted it, and proved you wrong.
How can they run around the corner, shoot me, and DDoS me? Why would they DDoS the server, the whole server?
By leaving out their own ping as the attack, or whitelisting their own ping.
For a fraction of a second, and they're able to run up to me unaffected by the DDoS attack that they're doing, and then come around and shoot me like you're not thinking, me.
I literally explained it to you.
You're not using even a tiny bit of brain power.
Okay, a tiny bit of brain power. Let's see here. Baseless. There's no evidence of DDoS. It is a baseless claim. Everything Locktard says about me is misrepresented. Or ignores details that proves him wrong. Ignores details that proves me wrong.
Game's crashed. I'm going like one took over my computer, man. Someone took over my computer.
Prove it, Joe. Prove that someone took over your computer. Otherwise, it could literally just be your sticky key. It could be your Yankee setting for the game. Upscaling from 2K to 4K, downscaling from 4K to 2K, ending with the exact same performance. No, ending with the exact same picture, but using a lot of resources for absolutely nothing. Like, or ignores details that proves him wrong. What detail? What detail proved me wrong? I'm not saying you are affected by ping or latency or rubber banding. That's you using that as an argument.
At all. Like, no, they're not DDoSing the server. And
If you know they're not DDoSing the server, then prove it. Saying they're not DDoSing the server does not prove they are not DDoSing the server. That's a trust me, brah fallacy. It's also called appeal to ignorance.
were DDoS.
Funny how I'm actually saving all these fallacies you're using. Appeal to ignorance fallacy. This fallacy occurs when you argue that your conclusion must be true because there's no evidence against it.
DDoSing the server, they'd be affecting their own game.
No, they can whitelist their own ping. You can use the global ping to actually whitelist yourself from regardless whatever server and where they might be placed.
They were. That would not offer them any tactical benefit at
Yes, it
all.
would. I just
And there are
explained
many
why.
streamers play games who do become victims of DDoS attacks to get them to stop playing game. I know True.
Yeah, that's an attack on the streamer, not the game. This here can be used as an attack on the server to have people like you janky out of the game. Disconnect, go to the desktop, whatever it might be. So they get the unfair advantage. It can simply be that simple, Joe.
Talent, when he was playing some games, he was getting DDoSed specifically. He was getting
He was. If it's a server side, Joe, it's gonna happen regardless.
DDoSed.
And since, like, who the fuck is gonna attack your computer and your cousin's computer at the very same time they're also playing the game? Who? Show proof that they are taking control of your computer, Joe. Otherwise, it's just a baseless claim you're coming with, and adding to your lies, nonetheless.
Not the game server in games like Dead by Daylight and such like that, right? So you can be DDoSed specifically as an individual.
Yeah, and that's not what I'm claiming. That's not even what I'm showing or proving or talking for or supposing or suggesting.
Which would affect your Discord call if you're...
That would indeed affect your Discord call if they are DDoSing you specifically, because then they are DDoSing your computer's internet connection. But that's not what I'm saying. Come on, dude. Be proper. Stop strawmanning.
individual internet was being DDoSed attacked. And if it was the game server that was being DDoSed,
Then they would whitelist their own global ping so they would not be affected.
it would affect everybody in the game and offer no tactical advantage
Crap, he got it wrong.
to the people pushing me. So there's no evidence to tie it to DDoSing attack.
There's no evidence tying to you getting controlled on your own computer.
And I'll show one other bit of evidence that proves that it's not a DDoS in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Right, so here I've got all of my Hunt Showdown clips. These are all my clips coming
215 items. I wonder how large that folder actually is.
from the most recent
Remove that one.
ones here to the oldest ones currently. These are all being sorted into highlights and deaths, and we're going to find a specific video. So this is the section I'm going to prove that it's not a DDoS attack, right?
Okay, so this here, specifically this here, is going to prove that it is not a DDoS attack, that he goes to the desktop.
So fighting these guys here, and I run around, and we can see here internet connection.
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything? That can literally just be your connection to the server. Your connection and absolutely nothing else, Joe. It does not even need to be a cheater activating anything. It could just be your connection being janky at the moment.
Connection symbol up in the corner right here, right? So I have enabled the symbols to tell me
Congratulations, Joe. I have enabled the symbols, the FPS, and the ping too. You don't have the FPS though.
if there's an internet connection problem. So you saw that the network
Yeah. Network problem. Network problems, Joe. If you are just logged out for 5 seconds on the server side, it's not a network problem. You still have access to hunt overall servers, but you don't have access to the server match. Dun, 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 dun.
symbol came up there. We'll play it one more time.
Why? Why would you play it one more time? Why not just pause it there so people can see it? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Right, so there's the network symbol up in the corner there. So there's a network issue at that time for whatever.
There's absolutely no indicator that it should be an attack on the server either. There's no indicator that it should be on Hunt's side. This could literally just be on your own home. There's no indicator that that right there is anything other than your own connection inside your own house. Absolutely no other indicator.
whatever reason. That'll be server jank, as we all know. There's
What did you call it?
a network issue at that time for whatever reason. That'll be server jank.
Server jank. Prove to us that that symbol up there is server jank. Prove to us that that symbol is server problems, server network connection problems. If you can't, it's a baseless statement. It's a baseless statement and baseless claim. Whatever one you want to be using, Joe.
As we all know, and we'll end this here.
As we all know, but I don't need to give evidence for it.
And then we'll click here, and we'll go properties, and create it on the 14th of January.
That right there is completely irrelevant.
2024. Okay, so that's when this file was created.
Congratulations, Joe. That is completely irrelevant. The date is completely irrelevant. The DDoS attack happened 3 years ago. So what? You have a video that's a few days old. I have evidence that's 3 years old. So what? Hunt is not banning. No, Crytek are not banning cheaters to the extreme, which they should. But you're also not giving any evidence of anything whatsoever at all.
So this is before the force to desktop. This is to prove that I have this option enabled all the time. And we'll
No, it does not prove you have the option enabled all the time. To prove that, you would need to show your settings in a video previously and your settings currently in the game. It does not prove anything, Joe.
watch the clip here
I did.
to
I
see
watched
if
it.
this symbol comes up in the corner.
The symbol does not indicate anything, Joe, because the server is getting DDoS. You're getting blocked on the server side. You can also have cheats that DDoS attacks that makes the game crash on the client. The client being you, the server being Hunt Showdown. You can have the game crash completely, and it will not show the symbol up here because your game is crashing. It will not be doing that.
Oh look, the connection symbol never appears.
It does not need to, Joe. It does not need to, because it's not the connection you're losing. You're outright losing everything to the server for an instant. Not a period.
In the top right hand corner, there is never any indication that there is
I'm
a
not saying there need
network
to be.
problem
You are.
occurring in the game.
You know what? Can I do this? Hunt Showdown. What are they called? Server indicator symbols? Issue indicator, what they mean. 1. High latency. Latency, or ping, is the amount of time it takes the game and the server to communicate with each other. When latency gets too high, the game will slow down or stop working entirely. So you don't even know what the fucking symbols are called, what they do. For example, these two here, the package loss, 4 and 5. Package loss and package reordering. Server performance. If you were arguing these 3 here, fair. I could somewhat see your point you tried making. But you're saying high latency. What? you're not even you're I'm not even saying you're having a connection issue. I'm saying you have an instantaneous connection blockage. You are not disconnected from the server, you're logged out from them. While still being a client to them, so they're trying to give you the information required while you are being ganked away. So they are faking the, as DDoS does, the issue. Backend issue. If the connection between the game and the backend server is not working, I have never seen that one. I have only seen that one, these two. No, this one, the package loss, and the server performance. I've seen those. I've not seen the number 3 or number 5. But you're claiming high latency, Joe, which has nothing to do with what with what I'm saying.
At any point.
That
Okay,
was a
we
hiccup.
go here and we'll look for the symbol here.
You'll look for what, Joe? For what?
And there no connection symbol appears.
It does not need to
up here.
fucking... It's not a connection symbol. Connection symbol? Connection issue? Backend issue? It's not a connection symbol, Joe. You're literally asking people to trust you on things you're getting wrong. Like, what?
Now he also wants to react to a possibility that somebody on Discord is doing this to me. Now I'm in.
Nope, I'm not. I'm saying it could be. Simply that. I'm saying it could be. Not saying they are. I'm not claiming they are. I'm saying there are so many possibilities other than, what was it you called it?
My game's crashed. I'm going like one took over my computer, man. Someone took over my computer, mate.
Okay, other than someone took over your computer. Someone took over your computer. Okay.
I'm in the game with my cousin on Discord with my
Cousin?
cousin. He could say,
Cousin?
okay, well, your cousin's like playing pranks on
Cousin?
you and fucking your game up. Okay, it's a possibility. I already understand that it's a possibility. I'm not gonna
Oh, okay, so your point is?
think that my cousin is going to be tabbing me somehow remotely out.
No, but he does not want to argue with you, which you can hear at the end of your own video. Was it over
He's
here?
gonna go to desktop and then literally if you no reason. And then boom, I go to desktop as well. This is me going to desktop.
Oh, wait, no. It was at the beginning. Here. Same place.
Yep. So, oh, fucking double wham.
Something took
Bang,
so,
bang.
something literally took control of my computer then. That time not even
Yeah,
me.
I'm not going to deny it. No.
He's literally interrupting you because he does not want to hear your bullshit, Joe. I believe, I have no evidence for it, I believe he has listened to your crap so many times that he does not want to listen to it anymore. So it's easier to just agree and say, yeah, you're right. I also went to the desktop. You're right. It's happening. Because that's the easiest way to get people to shut the fuck up. Agreeing with them. If you agree with someone, the conversation just ends. There is nothing that needs to be added to convince them, so the conversation just ends.
Out of the game. And if that was the case, why does he need to pretend it's happening to him as well?
Because he wants to make a joke out of you. Simple as that.
I mean, that's sort of the logic that undermines that as a possibility. Why would he?
Not at all, Joe. He heard you whine about it previously. He did not mention anything about it on that video.
Go on.
I'm fucking. I'm for no reason.
Oh, no way. He's got him up.
I'm going back. My game's crashed. I'm going like one took over my computer, man. Someone took over my computer.
He heard it from you earlier. So he knew he could literally just say, yeah, okay, it also happened to me. If he did it previously, it would seem more legitimate. But because you, in an earlier clip, show that he's not even saying the same thing, then it's not an attack on you, Joe. It's not you that's getting attacked. It's not you and him getting attacked. He was dead in both clips. There's no reason to attack your cousin personally. Like, make it make sense.
My cousin be pretending
Cousin?
he's alt-tabbing to desktop, and then for him to do it to me, when he could just do it to me every now and again. If he was trolling me, he could just do it every now and again. Alt-tab
You said it was not the only 2 times.
me to desktop, and he wouldn't have to pretend it's happening to him as well. If
Yes, because he does not want to hear you whine about it over and over and over and over and over again.
he was doing this on the sly, like trolling me, why does he need to pretend it's
I just explained it. Why do you ask the same question 50 times?
happening to him as well? Like, it makes no sense. So I can't believe that that seems likely that that's the outcome, right? It's not a DDoS attack.
Wait.
So I can't believe that that seems likely.
So you can't believe that it seems likely. Trust me, bro.
That's the outcome, right?
Oh, even better. The person is also highly dogmatic in their views, meaning the person speaks of their personal experience or opinions as though they were unquestionably correct. Let's hear that again.
As well. Like, it makes no sense. So I can't believe that that seems likely that that's the outcome, right? It's not a. Does he need to pretend? Like, it makes no sense. So I can't believe that that's. I can't believe that. Can't believe that no sense. So I can't believe that. So I can't believe that that seems likely.
Are we getting it now, Joe? Are we getting it now?
That's the outcome, right? It's not a DDoS attack that Locktard is claiming that.
It's without the D. Every single time you're using ad hominem attack, you are intentionally removing your own integrity. You are intentionally, by your own standard, telling people no honest person would engage in such fallacy, which means Joe Blue is engaging in fallacies, so he's a dishonest person.
That it is, and he's just proving that he has no ability to think, and what he's doing is
That is also an ad hominem attack, Joe, and a basis claim. You claim something, which you need to bring which burden of proof falls on your shoulder, so you need to prove it.
false equivocation fallacy. He's just saying, hey,
Equivocation meaning the use of ambiguous language to conceal the truth or to avoid committing oneself. Equivalence. The condition of being equal or equivalent in value, worth, function, etc. Joe, know the words you want to be using. Wow. Know the words you want to be using before actually talking.
it's like there's no ability
Know the words you use and the meaning of them before you talk. You only seem more and more stupid and desperate the more words you use incorrectly.
to think, and what he's doing is a false equivocation fallacy.
There you have it. False equivocation. False equivocation fallacy. In logic, equivocation is an informal fallacy resulting from the use of a particular word expression in multiple senses within an argument. Texas State University. I have the right to watch the real world, therefore it's right for me to watch the show. That's not what I'm saying. There you go. That's the one you're trying to draw, Joe. Let me at least help you again, within everything, comparing apples to oranges.
He's just saying, hey, it's like this, but there's no similarities to it. The evidence isn't there.
There's no similarity to it. There's no similarity to it.
There isn't a shred of evidence for him to tie it to it. He's just trying to direct people away from this.
There's no evidence to it.
My game's crashed. I'm going like one point. Took over my computer, man. Someone took over my computer, mate.
There's absolutely no evidence. You're bringing absolutely no evidence that people are taking over your computer.
As being a potential cheat in the game, Alt Tab you to desktop. So it's like he's either a cheater.
What? I didn't get that.
There isn't a shred of evidence for him to tie it to it. He's just trying to direct people away from this being a potential cheat in the game, Alt Tab you to desktop. So it's like he's either a cheater, like trying to misdirect people in regards to the cheats being used, or he's just being completely disingenuous.
See, that's actually hilarious, Joe. Let me take this video here. Top news first. Where... wasn't this one? Oh, no, it was not that one. It was... that one? Here, make me smell bad. Oh, Hitomi Yuki is also one of that is telling you to improve. Laughing at your weird ass way of... sounds like you're salty. Sounds like you're a cheater who cries when they lose a fair game. Now, I will show this one here again. Note when they lose a fair game. Where is it? Make me spell out 40. You have absolutely no evidence whatsoever that Make Me Smell Bad is a cheater, but because Make Me Smell Bad is pointing out mistakes in Joe, then it sounds like you're a cheater. Like, everyone needs to be a cheater. But even better is if we go to 5. Have you removed it? No, you have not. Every single time you die or get shot at, it needs to be cheat. Every single time you die or get shot at, it needs to be cheat. Every single time you die or get shot at, it needs to be cheat. Huh. Play. What is it? Player may have had wall hacks. They could have heard me. Footstep indicator. How? Wow, it's a long... So we're watching you play. Player may have had wall hacks. They couldn't have heard me / footstep indicator. Let me mute that. Slow down. What here screams they know you are there, Joe? He's running, 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 gets shot at, and there he goes for the weapon. Like, what makes you think? And as I said, when you die or get shot at, like, what makes you think he's a cheater? Here. This guy might have had walls. What does it say? This guy I did I did damage somehow. And had time to heal and keep in pursuit, knowing where I am, blah blah blah. Okay. Where did he come from? What? He's coming from up here somewhere. He's coming from over here somewhere. He's not jumping from the cliff. What building is high enough? Oh, never mind. Yeah, let's ignore the car making noise and being an indicator on the map so he knows there's a car coming. It stops also so he knows the car is there. Like, how does that make sense? How does that make sense, Joe? And what was it you wrote? This guy might have one hand. It seems more like he stopped and healed, then used walls to see where it was. It hits this with 80% accuracy with higher tier item, but what does the tier of the items have to do with anything? But the guy just gunned me down with gray auto. How do you know it's a gray auto shotgun? Are you going to see his weapons? Okay. You see that one there. So this is the moment you complain about, where he kills you. He heard you go to the roof. You're complaining about people shooting you down with a close range weapon when you're missing basically over half your shots. How does that make sense? But hey, that is how you, trust me, bro, your entire way through this. That was fun, Joe. You made 8 minutes of absolutely nothing. I have now made it last 46 seconds. Proving you made 8 minutes of absolutely nothing. And yeah, I had planned on going through here. I can tell people pause to read. I'm not going to respond to the crap here. I'm going to extend it. 4 likes, 3 likes. Read more. No other read more. 5 likes. People are not agreeing with you, Joe. Not to mention, he literally compliments your aim multiple times in the video. Apparently, I should not have. So because he compliments my aim, I have to respect him making false You need your school money back, Joe, because you're using the wrong fallacies. Like, why would you use a wrong fallacy at all? It's equivalence, false equivalence fallacy. You're taking my words as something separate. I'm saying that as separate, strawmanning his way through what you're saying. You're taking my words as something separate. No, he is not. He's just trying to appear to be a nice guy while character assassinating me. What character assassinating me? What was it you started your entire video with?
Sort of prove these. Joe Blue here, back again. I just want to quickly address Locktard and just sort
Locktard. You're literally making a reference to me being a retard. You're ending it with my knowledge, my intelligence, my understanding being lacking and such. You're insulting me in every single way you can. But you're whining about it, that I'm doing it? Joe, make that make sense. As I said, you can pause to read. I am not going to read shit here other than what I've just done. Jesus Christ, my head hurts trying to understand Joe.